Let's get one thing straight, ladies. If a man truly wants you, you won't have to decode his text like it's a secret mission. You won't be sitting there wondering, does he like me? Does he not? Why did he stop texting? See, when a man is serious about you, he moves differently. He doesn't leave you confused, anxious, or waiting. You won't be chasing after him because he'll be too busy showing up for you. And if you're tired of mixed signals, listen up, because today we're breaking it all down. How to know when a man truly wants you and when you're just an option. Step 1, clarity over confusion. When a man truly wants you, he removes all doubt. You don't have to second guess his intentions, analyze his messages like a detective, or spend sleepless nights wondering where you stand in his life. His actions and words align in a way that makes you feel secure. He makes his feelings clear, not through riddles or mixed signals, but through direct and intentional actions. A man who is serious about you doesn't operate in gray areas. He doesn't give you just enough attention to keep you hooked while still keeping his options open. He doesn't go from hot to cold, showering you with affection one day and disappearing the next. Instead, he is steady, present, and unwavering in his efforts. When he says he's interested, he backs it up with consistency. You don't have to read between the lines with a man who genuinely wants you. His calls and texts don't leave you wondering, what did he mean by that? His plans don't sound like, let's see what happens, or maybe we'll meet up. Instead, he says, I want to see you. Are you free Friday? He is clear because he wants you to know you matter. Confusion only exists when someone isn't fully committed. If you're constantly unsure about where you stand, it's because he's keeping it vague on purpose. A man who values you doesn't create confusion, he eliminates it. He makes it easy to trust him because he knows trust is built on transparency, not uncertainty. He reassures you not because you're needy, but because he genuinely cares about your peace of mind. When a man is serious, his words don't feel like empty promises. You won't have to replay conversations in your head trying to decode what he really meant. He won't say, let's just go with the flow when you ask about the relationship. Instead, he'll be upfront. I want to be with you and I want to build something real. There's no need for guessing, no need for mind games, just clarity. Step 2, consistency is key. Consistency is what separates a man who is genuinely interested from a man who is just passing time. When a man truly wants you, his actions don't fluctuate based on his mood, convenience, or circumstances. He doesn't show up one day as the most loving, attentive person and then disappear the next, leaving you wondering if you did something wrong. Instead, he shows up the same way every single time. A consistent man doesn't just talk about how much he likes you. He proves it through his behavior. If he calls you every night, he keeps calling. If he makes plans with you, he follows through. If he tells you he's committed, his actions reflect that commitment day after day. He doesn't disappear for a week and then come back with excuses. He doesn't keep you on an emotional roller coaster, making you feel secure one moment and neglected the next. He understands that relationships are built on reliability, not unpredictability. A man who is serious about you doesn't make you question whether or not he's still interested. He doesn't love bomb you in the beginning and then start pulling away once he feels like he has you. He doesn't only make an effort when he feels guilty or when he thinks he might lose you. His interest is steady, not situational. You don't have to chase him, remind him to check in, or beg for his time and attention because he gives it willingly without hesitation. Consistency is also about emotional stability. A man who truly cares about you doesn't let his attitude toward you change based on external factors. He doesn't go from affectionate to distant just because he had a stressful day at work or because something didn't go his way. He doesn't treat you differently when he's in front of his friends versus when you're alone. His words and actions remain the same regardless of the situation. A consistent man doesn't leave you feeling anxious about where you stand. He makes sure that you feel secure in the relationship because he understands that trust is built through repeated, dependable actions. He knows that love isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday things that show he's thinking about you, that he values you, and that he's in this for the long haul. Step 3, no need for detective work. When a man is serious about you, you won't find yourself in the role of a detective, constantly trying to decipher his behavior or uncover hidden motives. A real man who wants you makes his intentions clear, and there's no need for you to go searching for answers in his texts, his social media, or his actions. He doesn't leave you guessing about where you stand or what he's thinking. His communication is direct, transparent, and unambiguous, allowing you to feel secure without having to play the guessing game. If you're constantly questioning whether he's interested or just keeping you around as an option, then something is off. A man who is truly committed won't leave room for uncertainty. You won't have to reread messages to understand his tone or wonder why he hasn't responded after hours. His actions match his words, and there's no hidden agenda you need to uncover. You won't need to read between the lines of his messages to figure out if he's truly into you. He'll tell you with his words and back it up with his actions. A man who cares will give you the space to simply be without having to interpret his silence or body language. You won't feel like you need to analyze every interaction for clues or create wild theories in your head. If he's into you, it's simple, you know it. There's no mystery, no long delays between responses, and no uncertainty about whether or not he's available or thinking of you. When you're in a relationship with a man who values you, the idea of detective work becomes absurd. You won't feel the need to dig through his phone, ask him a million questions, or piece together his every move just to find a hint of truth. Instead, you'll trust that he's being upfront with you, and if something doesn't sit right, he'll communicate it openly. If you find yourself becoming suspicious, doubting his loyalty, or wondering if he's hiding something, that's a red flag. You shouldn't have to second guess his feelings or worry that something is off. A man who genuinely cares about you doesn't make you feel like you're on an emotional scavenger hunt. He removes the mystery, makes things clear, and lets you know exactly where you stand. He doesn't leave you wondering if he's seeing other people or if he's only interested in you when it's convenient. With him, you don't need to figure it out because the answer is right in front of you. You can focus on the connection you share without worrying about whether or not it's real. Step 2, F4. Effort speaks louder than words. When it comes to love and relationships, words are important, but they're not enough on their own. A man who truly wants you will show you through his actions, not just by telling you how he feels. Talk is cheap. Anyone can say, I love you or I care about you, but when those words aren't backed up by consistent effort, they lose their meaning. A man who is serious about you doesn't just promise things. He demonstrates his commitment through what he does. Effort is the foundation of trust. It's not enough for a man to tell you that he's interested or that he wants to build something with you. Words without action are empty. If he tells you that you're important to him, but doesn't make time for you, doesn't make you feel valued, or doesn't follow through on the things he promises, then his words are just that. You can say anything, but what matters most is whether or not you show up, whether or not you back up those promises. A man who truly values you doesn't leave you wondering if you're important to him. He doesn't say he's busy and then disappear for days. Instead, he finds a way to make time for you, even when life gets hectic. He shows you that you matter by planning dates, by checking in on you, by being there when you need him, and by making an effort to understand your needs. This effort is also reflected in how he handles the small things, the little gestures that add up to show you he's thinking of you. It's the morning text to remind you that you're on his mind. It's the surprise notes or thoughtful gestures that let you know you're appreciated, not just on special occasions, but every day. A man who loves you doesn't wait for a holiday to show he cares. He does it in the day-to-day moments. He understands that effort isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the consistent, thoughtful actions that show you he's present and engaged in the relationship. When you're in a relationship with a man who truly wants you, you don't feel like you're doing all the work. You don't feel like you're the one constantly initiating, constantly giving, and constantly wondering when he's going to show up for you. Instead, he meets you halfway. His effort matches yours. If you're putting in the time and energy to nurture the relationship, he's doing the same. It's not a one-sided situation where you're the only one trying to make things work. The relationship is a two-way street, and you both put in the effort to make it thrive. A man who is serious about you will never expect you to settle for his empty words. He'll demonstrate his love, loyalty, and interest through consistent, thoughtful actions. His effort will show you that he's not just talking a big game, he's walking the walk. Because ultimately, it's the effort that truly speaks louder than any words ever could. Step 5, a man in love makes you feel secure. But when a man is truly in love with you, one of the most important things he does is make you feel secure. Emotional security is the foundation of any healthy, lasting relationship. And a man who is genuinely in love will do everything he can to build and maintain that sense of safety and comfort for you. You won't feel like you're walking on eggshells, constantly wondering if he's going to pull away or if he's still interested in you. With him, you won't feel like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Instead, you'll feel grounded in the relationship, knowing that he's committed to you and is showing up for you day after day. A man who loves you will never leave you feeling uncertain about where you stand. You won't have to question his feelings because he makes them clear through his actions, words, and consistency. He shows you that you are a priority in his life, not just when it's convenient or when he's in the mood, but all the time. He understands that security in a relationship doesn't come from empty promises or vague words. It comes from consistent, reliable actions that let you know he's there for you, he's committed, and you can trust him. He won't make you feel like you have to compete for his attention or affection. He won't leave you feeling neglected or uncertain about his intentions. Instead, he'll make you feel like you're the most important person in his life. His love is not conditional or unpredictable. It's steady, constant, and unwavering. He doesn't put you on the back burner when things get tough or busy. He doesn't make you feel like you're an afterthought. He makes it clear that he's in this for the long haul and you're not going anywhere. Security in a relationship also comes from emotional stability. A man who loves you doesn't subject you to emotional highs and lows. He doesn't create drama or unnecessary tension. Instead, he offers you a sense of peace. When life gets challenging, you know he's got your back. When things are good, he's right there celebrating with you. He doesn't flip-flop in his feelings, nor does he keep you guessing about how he feels. He communicates openly and honestly, which builds trust and makes you feel safe. A man who truly loves you will also protect your heart. He understands the power of trust and never uses it to manipulate you or make you doubt him. He is careful with your emotions, knowing that love is fragile and must be nurtured. When you share your dreams, your fears, or your vulnerabilities, he listens with care and empathy. He doesn't belittle your feelings or brush them aside. Instead, he values them and supports you in every way possible. This sense of security also means that he's not afraid to talk about the future with you. He includes you in his plans, not just as a side note, but as a central part of his life. A man who is truly in love doesn't avoid the conversation about where things are headed. He doesn't make you feel like you're just living in the moment with no direction. He's clear about his intentions and makes you feel like you have a shared future together, one where you both are working towards the same goals and dreams. When a man loves you, he makes sure that every action he takes reinforces that sense of security. Whether it's through small gestures of affection, regular communication, or just being there when you need him, he proves time and time again that he is committed to building a strong, lasting relationship. You don't have to question his loyalty, his feelings, or his commitment because he makes you feel secure in the love he gives you. With him, you know you can trust that he's not going anywhere and that you'll never have to navigate the relationship alone. Ladies, let me remind you, love shouldn't be a guessing game. A man who truly wants you will never leave you confused, anxious, or unsure of where you stand. He'll make his intentions clear, he'll be consistent, and his actions will always speak louder than his words. If you're ever questioning whether or not you're being treated the way you deserve, know this. A real man who loves you will make you feel secure, valued, and respected every single day. So, if you're in a relationship right now and you're constantly feeling uncertain or confused, take a step back and evaluate. A man who truly wants you doesn't create chaos, he creates peace. He doesn't leave you wondering where you stand. He shows up for you and makes sure you know exactly where you fit in his life. Remember, you deserve to feel loved, secure, and cherished, not just through words, but through consistent actions. You're not an option, and you're definitely not someone's puzzle to solve. Don't settle for anything less than the love you deserve. You're worth the clarity, the consistency, and the effort. Keep your standards high and never settle for confusion when you deserve peace. Stay strong, stay confident, and always remember, true love never leaves you guessing.